Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This video is brought to you by Warcraft Rumble. First, I just want to say a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. And second, we are going to dive straight into today's main topic, guys. This will be a beginner guide for Warcraft Rumble. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know about the game. Now, what exactly is Warcraft Rumble? It's a mobile action strategy game from the Warcraft universe. So if you guys are fans of Warcraft, if you have all of those old memories playing Warcraft, this might be the right game for you guys to try out. It's tons of fun. I've been actually playing the game for like a couple of weeks now. I will start a guild as well, guys, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. And as promised, I will bring in a couple of videos every single week, and I decided to do it on a Warcraft Rumble just to kind of like get out of the raid monotony. The games are very different. I tend to play this while I'm auto farming in raid, and honestly, it's tons of fun because it's pretty casual. I can just play it whenever I want and don't feel pressured that, oh my god, I'm gonna miss out on different things. So if you guys want to get involved and you like what you see on the screen, or you want to help and support the channel, help and support me, which I really appreciate, you can download the game by using my link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. So talking about Warcraft Rumble, guys, is a strategy game, right? So the game itself has a massive campaign story mode. You have PvP where you can go head to head with different players, and the main purpose is building teams and collecting minis. Now, minis are the actual characters that you have in game. You have a few different families, aka factions. You have tons of different troops. You have ground unit troops, you have air troops, you have long range troops, you have siege troops, you have elemental troops, you have faction leaders or family leaders, which are kind of like the ones at the top right here. And of course, you can build teams around them based on each one of the families. Now you have bound units, which can only be placed next to your base. And then you have the unbound units, like this one right here, that can be placed pretty much anywhere on the map. There are tons of awesome troops, actually. And yes, I'm going to walk you first through some of the PvE gameplay, then we're gonna discuss quests, guilds, everything that you need to know about the game, basically. So heading over to the main map, guys, how I mentioned, you have a massive campaign mode. Now, once you finish the regular campaign, you're going to be prompted to do the heroic campaign, which will give you better rewards. Now, next to that, you actually have this limited time sort of campaign, and this will be your main source of gold, right? So from here, you're going to be able to farm a lot of gold. Now, gold is the main currency in the game, the premium currency that will allow you to basically level up your minis, purchase more stars for them to rank them up. But we're going to get to that in just a second. So definitely keep an eye on this and do it as much as possible. Then once you are done with the campaign and all of the rest of the things, you do have quite a few other things that you can do in the game. And right here we have the quests. So we're going to do a battle in just a second. This will be your main source of XP for all of your minis. These quests, they actually refresh every 30 minutes, but you will have quests that will drop bonuses. Like this one has a 3x bonus. If the game has a 3x bonus or a 5x bonus, it will save that quest till you complete it to make sure you're not missing out on it if you're offline, for example. If you do a PvP match, your quest will refresh as well. So I'm going to pick up my most favorite unit out of the three and try to work with that one to level it up more. So I'm going to pick the Quillboar, of course, and let's jump into a fight to kind of like explain you all of the mechanics that you need to know about Warcraft Rumble and the battle. So this is one of the few bosses that you have in the game. Now, each one of the bosses will have like an exclamation mark that will allow you to click on it to basically tell you what the boss does. Each one of these bosses will be able, of course, to summon their own troops to attack your own tower. Now, there are three different types of towers in the game, guys. You have the Guard Tower, you have the Dragon Tower, and you have the Rocket Tower. Depending on what sort of game mode you're playing, maybe even in the campaign, in PvP, you will encounter different towers. This is basically creating a dynamic in the game that will enable you to create different strategies. It will make you think a bit, okay, should I take these troops versus this? This Guard Tower, for example, is weak against siege units. So I'm going to try to bring some and basically wreck the tower. Now, I mentioned the gold for the characters. You have this mini chest right here that will grant you 2 gold when opened. And this they spawn, if I'm not mistaken, every 60 seconds. Then you have the gold vein, the gold mine. You're going to be able to send your miner to basically farm gold from here. Now, this will give you 1 extra gold on the board. So you're going to be able to basically bring in another mini into the fight. But let's start it and show you. So positioning is very important. You have these arrows on the map that will basically dictate the way your characters will move. And if I'm following this path, I'm going to go straight right here to the tower. If I'm following this path, I'm going to go straight to the boss. So first I'm going to put my miner to send him and get this gold nudge right here. The only problem is that I'm going to have this big guard tower hitting my miner, which probably is going to kill him right before I'm going to get it. But I just wanted to show you how it works. And then I'm going to put in my tank. So this is one of my most favorite units in the game. Now, when you are putting a tank, you want to make sure you are basically reinforcing the tank with air units or with range units, because some of the ground units will not be able to attack air units. So you want to make sure you are covered. He just sent in the catapult. Now, I can put in unbound units, which will basically attack units that are far away. And like this, I'm going to be able to stop them from coming towards my base, or maybe doing a big move on the enemy and basically deal the final blow on the boss with an unbound unit. There are tons and tons of different units. Right now, I'm going to head over to get that tower from there. So I'm going to put my tank in the front. I'm going to put my air units, which probably are a bit faster. And we do have the magma tank right there that we gotta kill first. But you see, it's weak against air units. He cannot attack my air units, so that's actually a massive benefit for me, because we just quickly destroyed that one. So we're gonna send in more air units from here. We're gonna put the unbound unit straight at the back of the guard tower right there. We are poisoning it because we do have kind of like mods that we can put on our minis. And right now we are slowly taking over that one. Now, this fight usually would be already over, but I'm kind of like trying to walk you through everything that is happening in here. You see, the enemy sent in his own miner to my mine, so I took over his guard archer tower, and now I'm gonna be able to deploy troops from there directly, which puts me closer to the boss. So it's quite a bit of a strategy in here. I do have my gold full at 10, so I can now wait to be able to deploy this tank right there, deploy some more air units. I will deal with this one from here. I can put an unbound unit to it, while both of my guard towers are actually fighting that enemy. You always want to basically send in a tank, then you want to send in different units that will be able to cover your tank. You know, like right here we have 2 tanks going in. I'm looking forward to be able to deploy a unit that will be able to deal damage and protect my tank, like the air unit right here. I sent the dragon in, and there we go. We are smashing both of them. I can put that next tank to go in, and then I'm gonna send in the harpies. So this is just kind of like an example, guys. It's a very strategic game. I'm trying to kind of like do my best while I'm explaining you on how it works. The quests are usually pretty straightforward. We can put the unbound unit straight behind the boss and deal the final blow. It does get distracted when we are doing that, so it tends to basically eat our troops and take over them, which it can be a bit of a problem, because right now they are heading over to my own base. So we need to... There we go. We actually killed this boss. We don't need to do anything. We went overtime. You're getting 2x gold, which will allow you to deploy your units faster. But the Chimera is actually a pretty awesome unit. It's a bit expensive because it costs you 5 gold to deploy on the board, but I'm actually a fan of that unit. So that's how battles work in Warcraft Rumble. It's very strategic, and you have tons of different minis that you can pick from. Right now, we collected the XP that we wanted for our unit. Then you do have, of course, daily missions, quests, bounties. And it will ask you to win 3 battles with an alliance mini, win a dungeon battle, win 3 battles with spells. And you're going to collect a currency that will allow you to basically purchase different prizes from here. These, they reset weekly, if I'm not mistaken. My goal is to get to the crown and be able to choose a leader, which is a family leader. Now, we talked a bit about the PvE battle. Talking about PvP, guys, is a live match. Basically, you're gonna go head-to-head with a different opponent. You have quite a few different PvP game modes as well, which will bring in new challenges and things like that. Your ranking will be basically based on your top 3 leaders, but let's actually engage into a fight and walk you through it. So here, gold management is the most important thing, which means that you need to bring in the right troops that don't have very high costs in order to allow you to win versus the opponent, you know? So he's bringing in pretty much the same sort of leader by the looks of it. So let's go in with what we have right here. I think I might pull in an unbound unit just because I don't have the right ones that are spawning here at the moment. So we got a tank. Let's quickly put it in the front. Again, pretty much want to do the same thing. You want to have tanks at the front, then you want to have range at the back to protect. You can use your unbound units to basically take over the opponent. That's a pretty good strategy as well. So the main goal is to destroy his tower in here as well. And you see, he went in with flying units. Those are very dangerous versus ground units because you have no protection against them. So let's put the miner in to get some more gold, and I'm waiting to basically restore a bit of more gold before I'm sending in more troops, just to be able to send 3 minis at the same time. So we're gonna put the tank. We're going to put more flying units. And hopefully we're going to be able to put the unbound, okay, to distract a little bit there while we're quickly destroying what he has. And my main goal here is to send in another tank in here to help me out. You have chickens, guys, as minis, which are kind of in like a horde, you know. They're actually pretty nasty. They're pretty dangerous. They can definitely blow you a lot of damage if you don't have the right counter for them. Okay. I could try to attack on the other front as well, but it's going to be pretty pointless to spread myself so thin. So we're going to send some range units as well, and I'm going to send in the harpies. They're super powerful. And he just used the spell versus me. He is using a range unit, the chickens, but because we have splash damage, some units are single target, some are AoE, we're actually quickly going to take over. And the harpies are super effective, guys. So we managed to win the fight in PvP. That's basically how the battles work in Warcraft Rumble. You can use your own imagination to create the perfect deck with the perfect leader, the best minis that you have available. Let's claim the reward, the daily reward right here. So we're gonna gain some stars on one of the leaders here. So we're gonna pick the General Drakisat. I'm actually using him quite a bit. He is pretty expensive at 5 gold nudges per use, but he's still pretty effective. Now, let me just quickly walk you through some of the other things. How can you improve your minis? So right here, you have this chest, which is kind of like the store. This right here, guys, will be the daily offers. Now, you're going to be able to purchase different things with the gold, the premium currency that can be earned by playing the game. And you're going to gain XP. You're going to be able to purchase different materials that will enhance your minis. And you can put, this is kind of like the best thing. So you're getting 1 star for your mini and you're getting tons of XP. Then right here is the main place from where you are going to purchase stars for your minis to be able to rank them up to the next rarity. They start as common, then you go to uncommon, to rare, to epic. You guys know the drill. And when you are purchasing one of them, for example, let's just say I'm purchasing this star, new ones will drop from the top. This will refresh every single day. I will strongly suggest you, as the main tip, gold is a pretty rare resource, and while you are able to farm it constantly by just playing the game, you should focus on a couple of troops that you're really trying to get up, a couple of minis that are the most important for you, and build up your main core deck, you know. So he is definitely one of my main minis. I'm going to pick up that star for him and get him closer to 10 stars. Now, once he is at 10 stars, I'm going to be able to rank him to rare tier. So if we're going to head over to the minis, let me just quickly show you how are you able to upgrade their rarity. For example, I have this mini right here. You click on upgrade, and I'm going to be able to transform it into an uncommon. Now, when I'm doing that, I'm going to unlock a talent slot. To those talent slots, I can actually add all sort of different, let me just call them like extra special skills on top of what the mini already does, because they are very, very impactful, you know. Now, you can only use one at a time. So even if you have multiple ones, it won't really do much. Now, I don't have one in particular for this troop. Is actually a pretty solid one. The Defias Bandits, you know. They can go in stealth and basically stun the opponent, which is very, very cool. It can definitely turn around a match. So that's how you are upgrading your troops. Now, the more you want to upgrade them, the more materials you're going to need. So you need the stars for them. I just showed you how you can purchase them before. You will collect stars by just playing campaign, by playing tons of different game modes. They will reward you with stars for random troops, right? Every now and then you can actually select the family from where you can actually kind of like pick what sort of troop you want. This energy right here that is being used for the cost will be farmable from campaign. So let me just quickly show you. If you're clicking on campaign, you see this stage is going to reward me with 300. Then you have dungeons, guys. So these dungeons, they reset weekly, and they're usually family dungeons. So each week or each reset, you're going to have basically a new family that's kind of like being added on. This time around, we have them, and you're going to be able to select your leaders and level them all up and unlock additional talents on your troops, you know. So this is definitely something that I would strongly suggest you to do as well. Try to max it every single week, you know, do it as much as possible. Talking about clans, guilds, we have one right here. I will start my own guild, guys, but first I do want to put the video out for you, and then I'm going to put the name of the guild in the pinned comment for whoever wants to join me. It is a pretty limited guild. You can only have 15 or 20 people in. I think since the new update, you can have 20, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the best thing about guilds in Warcraft Rumble, the newest unit added to the game every single season will be for free for everybody. You just play the game, and how you may notice, I can just claim the newest unit. So we're gonna get that unit. Then slowly, we're gonna be able to get everything else. And not only that I got the unit, I got it directly with 9 stars. I got XP for the unit, and I can make it directly into an uncommon, you know. Then you are getting tons of different rewards. You're getting XP for your minis in here. So it's very important to be part of an alliance, guys. You can always share decks with your buddies, you know, share different strategies and kind of like have talks about the game. I'm definitely going to start my own alliance, guys. I am planning to play the game for quite a while, you know. I actually really enjoy it. And yeah, how I mentioned, I will be bringing you guys a couple of different videos probably every single week on the channel, you know. But we collected all of the goodies from here. Let's actually get some of the spells done and stuff. I'm not really using many spells. There are a couple of them that are pretty decent, but I'm not relying on them too much, you know. So these rewards from here are super easy to collect for the entire guild, even if you're just casual. Starting at the beginning of the season, you're gonna be able to basically just get everything without worrying about it too much, you know. That's pretty much everything that you guys need to know about Warcraft Rumble. They will have, of course, raids as well, which are locked at the moment for me. I forgot to mention this as well. Tons of new content coming for the next few months as well. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a pretty fun one, guys. But you see, I'm getting 1,445 energy from doing this dungeon. So I definitely need to complete it before the reset, which is in 7 hours. If you guys want to get involved, how I mentioned, head over to the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. And once I'm creating the alliance, I'm going to leave the name in the pinned comment so you guys can apply. The slots will be limited. If we need to open multiple ones, we'll be doing that as well. Thanks again to Warcraft Rumble for sponsoring today's video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.